Fuck, I love golf. I mean, I love golf. I love lamp. I love lamp. And I love golf. Okay? Hey, let's remember what it's all about today. Believe. 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 All right. Let's get to it. If you have questions, toss them in the chat. It doesn't need to just be me talking the whole fucking time. So let's ask them away. Let's ask them away, brothers and sisters. You want to go? All right. Guys, you got to hear this, man. I put this in the chat last night. You got to hear me on this, okay? Okay, look at me. Look at me. What is? Let me get a couple more sweaty tryhards in here. It's only showing 22. It just dipped for some reason. Hopefully, I'm still live. All right, guys. For all of you that are in here, I got to imagine you're the sweaty tryhards that are going to be playing today, okay? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. When I mark somebody cash, okay, this is what we got to stop doing. We got to just stop saying, well, I got to play that guy at cash. No, you did not have to play Scotty Scheffler at cash. What I mark those cash, that just means they are checking a lot of boxes of guys that I look for at cash. Ultimately, the cash lineup has to be your decision and your picks, okay? Look, all these guys mark green, look at them. I don't have them all in my cash lineup. So if you go put them all in your cash lineup and be like, I'm done, and then you see my line and be like, wait, you didn't play your cash plays. No, I said these are cash type plays. I didn't say they're my cash plays. I don't give my picks. I'm not here to give picks. When I color somebody green, I'm saying they're checking the boxes of everything I want. Scotty Scheffler is a good cash play because he's likely to bounce back. He's starting T2. He's a fucking world-class talent, and he's fairly priced. So it's going to be easy to get points per dollar for him. That's what makes him a good play, right? Jordan Spieth checks a lot of boxes, mostly of those same boxes. That doesn't mean you got to go play Spieth. Spieth is a fucking head case, and he might go spin his wheels like he did yesterday. I am not telling you to go play those guys. I'm saying they're cash type plays. And if you're going to just start playing every guys I put in green and just acting like those are the only cash plays, well, then I'm going to start putting like 10 guys in green, and you're just going to have to go fucking figure it out. So you got to remember, making your cash lineup, making your GPP lineups, they got to be your pick. Use the stone to make your picks, not my picks, because these are not my picks. Matter of fact, I understand one thing, that sometimes I use the stone and I'll go find somebody that just looks as bad as somebody can be, right? Who the hell is this? Scott Stallings, way overpriced, terrible at round fours. He's lucking with his short game. He has no bad round regression. He's a terrible play today by almost any metric. Or he could. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm playing Scott Stallings, but I understand that in a single round of golf, luck is a real thing. Okay, luck is a real thing. And to not acknowledge that and just simply think that we can predict everything based off of that, well, then that's not. So sometimes I use the stone to simply go find who is a terrible play, because whoever is a terrible play according to the stone is probably going to be the guys that are the lowest owned. And for one round, professional golfers can figure it the fuck out. So there you go. There you go. That's where I'm at. That's how to use the stone. Don't use it to try to think that I'm giving you picks. Okay? That you got to see through that. Oh, he put Adam Scott as a sleeper. I got to play Adam Scott. No, Adam Scott is a sleeper because no one's going to play him. He has been ball striking the hell out of it, and he's really good at, if he just finds the average of his average rounds in his short game, he'll likely have a good round today. Okay, that's all I'm saying with that. That's what makes him a good sleeper pick. And that he's going to be low owned, right? To be a good sleeper, you got to be low owned, right? You can't be high owned and be like, I have a suspicion about this Morikawa kid today. Okay, that's not a sleeper, dickhead. So that's where we're at with that. That's where we're at. I hope you guys are enjoying the stone. I hope it's everything you want. Hey, anytime you have something, who was it? Somebody last night had a really good eye. Just something as simple as like the categories for the previous rounds weren't in the same categories or the same order as the event. Just tell me that. We need to fix it, right? All of this is the beta, the first run. So if you see little things that are fucked up, I just got a message from somebody else. And it was over on the Discord, and I told him to @ZParker and the editor, because those are the ones that are fixing that. But I think it was something about like when he sorted it, it wasn't sorting the certain columns. So guys, we need to know this stuff, right? Like all of this is literally, I mean, this thing you're looking at right here is literally 13 hours old. So there's going to be some problems with it, right? And we need to know those things so we can fix them. So don't ever feel like you're bitching about it. We're open for things that need to be technically fixed suggestions to add, remove, or adjust certain things. Okay, don't have it figured out. That's why I'm calling this the beta. I'm very proud of how it turned out. It's even better than I thought it would be. But to act like, oh, this is it, I've got it figured out, I never need to adjust again. Well, that's like the same idiots that do that DFS. You have one good year of DFS and you think you have it figured out and you never need to adjust your process again. Those are people that will always be losers in the long run. And so I'm applying that same mentality to my stone. To act like we nailed it the first time and everything's great would be disingenuous. All right, let's get to some questions from my peeps. I see Nick is in here. Editor, why did we not ban Nick? Why is Nick not banned for mouthing me? I'm kidding. Life would be empty without Nick. Swiss Alps man, talk to me about Billy Ho for cash. Is it because where he's priced or players around him? Okay, see, this is something I need to start doing, okay? I am aware that in cash, I like to play a little ballsy, okay? So here's why Billy Horschel is a good cash play. Why did I mark him cash play? When really he kind of goes against everything I typically do at Showdown, all right? Well, first of all, is he coming off of a great round? Well, I would say shooting 9 under yesterday is a pretty good round. Some scholars have theorized. So right there, I already hate that, right? So that's a be careful with this guy. But here is why I put Billy Ho as a cash play, right? When you just go look at strictly what Billy Ho is as a player, he is a tremendous value, right? He is way underpriced versus his talent and versus what he is priced over on FanDuel. So points adjusted, he is a great play based on his talent and based on what he is on FanDuel, right? Second of all, the other thing that makes him a really good play is he is trending, right? He went from bad to okay to good, and that to me is a lot different than like a guy who is playing good or playing bad, has a good round, and those are the kind of guys I want to fake. His seems to be trending a bit more. But then the last thing I would say is just like at 6,600, he is just objectively a better golfer than everybody down here by a country mile. That's it. That's literally it. And I wanted to, and if you really want a last reason, if I'm being completely honest, I wanted to put more than 4 cash guys on here because I get tired of everybody just tailing my picks. Okay, yesterday I fucked up by telling everybody about Sung JM. I shouldn't be doing that because when I do that, people assume, well, if he's playing him, I want to play him. And like, I don't want to be that guy. I want a group of people that want to make their own picks with their own decision making. When I say Sung JM, I mean everybody's going to play him. So I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm trying to put some different guys on there to get you to think about them and why they might be a good cash play, right? Like JJ Spawn is everything I hate in a Showdown player, but I think he's cash viable today. I think he's cash viable. He's starting T2. He actually played really well yesterday, just didn't actually score that well. And, he's overpriced. He is. He's a bad value. So there you go, Swiss out, man. I know Billy Ho strikes me as everything. I'll tell you this. He's not in my cash lineup. That's the complete truth, okay? But if you put him in your cash lineup, I don't think that's stupid, okay? You know who I think is stupid to put in your cash lineup? A really bad cash lineup play today, in my opinion, would probably be somebody who's very expensive, who's too far back. Justin Thomas. I wouldn't love him in cash, right? He's coming off of a good round. He kind of, was getting pretty lucky with the short game yesterday, and he's expensive, right? And so if I'm going to spend that money, I'd rather just go spend it on Rahm or Scheffler or, I guess even Morikawa, although I hate Morikawa today. But you know what? There is a very good chance, as the poll shows, Morikawa might just boat race, right? I've been wrong about him all 3 rounds. Who the fuck says I can't be wrong about him in the 4th round? Plus, if he just goes shoots a nice 4 under with no bogeys today, those bonus points that he'll get for winning plus the bogey-free round will easily get him there. So if he just doesn't make a bogey today, even if it was only with 3 or 4 birdies, he'll still probably be good enough to be a good cash play. How much Zalatoris is too much Zalatoris? Man, you know what? Nokora. I think that in Showdown, I get really convicted about guys, right? Like I legit played 100% Sung JM yesterday. I loved him. It was my favorite play, so I went all in on him. That worked out very nicely for me, didn't it? But then there's been other days where I go all in on Keegan Bradley yesterday. I think I had about 60% Keegan Bradley. That didn't go so well for me, did it, Bob? Okay, so I love having conviction and going for it because I know this, that whenever I play a guy and he hits, if I only have him in 25% of my lineups, well, that doesn't do me a lot of good, right? Whereas if I have that guy in 100% of my lineups, now I have a lot of real bullets. And if I'm playing in GPPs, I want a lot of live bullets to go win a tournament. Okay, so the answer is if he's your favorite play today, I am never afraid in a single round to go 100%, because you know what you don't have to worry about? You don't have to usually, well, I guess Will Zalatoris you do, but normally you don't have to worry about the guy withdrawing. You know what you're going to get from him, and if you have a strong conviction, go 100% on him. Go 100%. Play for first or last. We ain't no punk beach. We ain't no punk beach around here. No punk beach. All right, NFL, the PGA stream. This is amazing. You know what, Brett? I go hard in the paint, right? I think I just texted my dude Billy this. It's like it's the last mile of the marathon. My feet hurt. My knees are starting to get swollen. I can barely make it. You know what? I'm saying, fuck it. Let's sprint to the finish. So I did a double stream this morning, even though I am exhausted. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to watch golf. I'm not going to watch NFL. I'm going to go play a round of golf and drink some beer today. That's what I'm going to do. I need to get the fuck out of this house and not have these lights pointing at me. Part 2. It's a good movie. Andrew, Rosetta Stone is convincing me to play Svensson. Talk me off of him. Also, Harmon's showing up in all the optimized lineups. Good play. I think Brian Harmon, man. Brian Harmon is a good example of somebody that, like, you know, he's a little overpriced. You can see his price is bad. But I'm telling you, man, Brian Harmon is just playing really steady. If you played him in a cash lineup, I think he makes a lot of sense. I personally don't love him in GPPs just because I think people are going to play that little hobbit. And I don't want to play a chalky Brian Harmon coming off of a good round. Not saying he can't go great. But, like, instead of Brian Harmon, I would much rather play Cam Young, Will Zalatoris, Decky. I'd rather play any of those guys above him. I think they'll be lower owned, and I think they have bigger upside. That's my opinion. Well, technically, everybody has more upside than Brian Harmon, but that's only because he's 3'11". And then you said the other one was Svensson. The Stone wants you to get on Svensson. Well, let's go look at Svensson. I mean, his bad round regression. Well, you got to remember, his bad round regression is just because his round was fucking horrific yesterday. How could you shoot a 5 over on this course? So that's naturally going to give you a good bad round regression grade, right? The other thing is the short game regression. He did mainly fuck himself with the putter and the short stick yesterday. He's not a great chipper or putter, but if he just does average, he probably, shoots a not a good round yesterday, but not a horrific round. I will say this, he's traditionally not a great round 4 scorer, and he is a little bit overpriced where he should be. Am I looking at the right guy? Shit, did I just look at Horschel that whole time? No, I was Svensson. That was Svensson. Don't listen to me, man. Look, Svensson's a great little punt. No, I mean, not a fucking soul alive is going to play him. If he's above 5%, I would be shocked. And in Showdown on a 38-person field, that's incredible to get anybody at under 5%. So I'm not going to talk you off of it. Just make sure it's GPP. If you put Svensson in your cash lineup, one punch to the nuts. One punch to the nuts. Okay. Let's see here. I got to start getting through some of these questions. It's already 11:12. Lock is in 18 minutes. Be looking for overlays. I noticed all the big GPPs filled fast today, so I doubt there'll be any PGA overlays, but I do just want to go give a quick look to see if I need to shut it down at 11:29 and start looking. Look, yeah, all the double ups are already gone, so yeah, there ain't going to be any overlays. I'm telling you, man, people are pumped for PGA. This is right up against NFL, and that shit filled early. The secondary filled early. People are pumped. We are growing the PGA community, and you should be excited about that, because the more people that enter, the more dumbasses there are. Okay? That's just a fact. And if they're like, hey, you shouldn't judge other people like that. Well, just so you know, you're literally playing a game where you're trying to take advantage of other people and be smarter than them. So you want that. So you don't judge me, guy who's trying to win money at DFS. Scheffler and Rahm, okay cash start. Yeah, Brian, I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. If you can get those two in and you like what the back end of your roster looks like, that's fine. But if you end up with 3 guys in the 6Ks in your cash lineup, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, yo, big guy, as we compare lineups to yours in the Discord contest, what is the construction we're looking for in your lineups? It'd be cool so we can compare. Yeah, so that's a great question, man. Here is my cash lineup from yesterday. So what I did yesterday is up top, I knew I wanted to play Rahm or Scheffler, right? And so what was my tiebreaker? And I couldn't build a lineup playing them both yesterday. So what ended up being my tiebreaker is I went Jon Rahm because he had the worst round 2, and I figured he was a better likely candidate to bounce back. So I ended up going Rahm over Scheffler. Sung J M was an auto play. I was very open about he was just due to find find his mean, and so he just made all the sense in the world. I told you I love Tom Hoagie coming off of a bad round, but was still ball striking. So my 3 favorite plays yesterday basically carried my entire cash lineup, right? I also really liked Keegan Bradley for the same reason I liked all those other guys, and that's an important lesson to remember, that somebody can check all the boxes and still fucking suck. Keegan almost fucked me yesterday in cash. From there, I really didn't have anybody else that I loved. So what I did is I went and I looked for guys that were either bounce back guys or guys that were week-long donkey chalk, because that's my second favorite metric. Just guys that are there in week-long donkey chalk. I know that's probably a stupid metric to look at, but it's been treating me good for about 6 months. And that was Victor Hovland, who was week-long donkey chalk, and Seamus Power, who were week-long donkey chalk. Victor Hovland checked the bounce back round narrative that I wanted, and so those two guys perfectly fit into my salary, and that's how I went about constructing my cash lineup yesterday. That was my decision process, right? So, I'm not going to walk you through today's because, the tournament hasn't started yet, and I don't want you copying my shit. There he is, Aaron Favre in the house. Should I go with Decky or Burns for my last spot in my lineup? I would say Decky's going to be lower owned. Let's see. Burns is starting at -7, and Decky is starting at -15. So actually, maybe Burns will be lower owned. You know what? This is what I'd do. I would go Burns. You want to know why? If you guys didn't notice on the tee times, I got them a little more cute. Did you see how I made them color coded? The earlier, the better. So the earlier they're going out. I'm projecting here. This is my prediction. But if you look at the wind today, those guys going out earliest are going to be the ones that get that light to no wind, right? And then as the day picks up, by the time the leaders go off, it's going to be 11. And then it looks like for most of their round, it's going to sustain around 13 or 14. Not that that's like blow you off the fucking course, but it is enough that I think that it could maybe make a shot difference. So if I'm breaking a tie today between the last two guys in my lineup and I'm using the stone, I am going to look at if you need a final tiebreaker, go look at who has the darkest orange. I think the guys going out the earliest are going to have the most holes in the best conditions. That's my projection. Now, will they score better? No, because they're probably not playing as well, but they are going to be in the best possible scoring conditions. So because of that, Sam Burns going off a full, 2 hours and 20 minutes earlier than Decky. That's like legit a full, what would that be? Probably an entire front nine. He'll be done before Decky's on the course. Sepp Straka. I don't know why, Hannah. He doesn't really seem to make any sense. So I'm going to play him. I don't know. I just feel like Sepp Straka is a lot better golfer than everybody else down here, right? Tim and Horschel are just night and day classier golfers than anybody from 6,800 down, right? And Sepp Straka can fucking suck. But you know what? Sepp Straka, and he can get roasty. Just much more than those guys down there. 300 left on the table. Too much for cash? Not at all, Travis. Not at all. Especially with some of these pricing values they give us. If you don't like the stone, just get out. Hey, if you don't like the stone, you give me constructive criticism, but don't bitch about it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like things that I offer. Great community, number 1. Shit talking, number 2. The stone, number 3. All right, what is your cutoff place today? Where are you playing? I said this. Somebody didn't watch the Showdown hoedown last night. I said that I'm not really playing. I'm pretty open to anybody that is not... what was it? -6 or so? Yeah. So Shez, Ramey, and honestly, Svensson's fine. Man, here's what you guys got to think about. Okay, Nakora? They are going to roast this fucking course today. So considering finishing points isn't near as important. I hope you guys watched the Showdown last night, and I told you that how small the difference is in those finishing points. Literally, the difference between 1st and 6th is 1 birdie. The difference between 6th and dead last is 1 birdie. So if Svensson goes out and roasts this course, it doesn't matter that he's not going to be able to move up the leaderboard. Okay, if he goes and shoots a 7 under, bogey free with a streak, he will be a nuts play today, and no one will own him. I mean, no one will own him. So to answer your question, I'm open to play anybody just because I'm not worried about position points at all because they're going to get so many birdies that those position points really aren't going to matter that much. Bab. Tiger fan. The stone is absolutely money. It alone is worth more than the cost of our subscription. Hey, thank you. I know. I honestly probably should charge more, and I already know people in the industry are coming over and want a copy of it. But I'm trying to walk a fine line, Tiger fan. I want to price what I think the value of my goods are, but not also outprice the everyday people that I want to get into DFS and allow them. So I'm trying to walk that fine balance of providing very expensive, high-quality content at a very reasonable price, so I don't price out people who are just average, everyday, smaller players. Right? It's a hard line to walk. It really is. Poston too risky for cash. Man, I tell you, Poston makes a lot of sense, Nick. If you played him at cash, I wouldn't hate it. I don't think he's too risky. Matter of fact, I think he's probably a pretty good cash play. I'll tell you what, he's probably a better cash play than Russell Henley, and I think I'm playing Russell Henley at cash maybe. Maybe. I just think Russell Henley's just objectively a better golfer. I do get a little concerned now that I'm looking here. Russell Henley's not traditionally a good round 4 scorer, but I think a lot of that's because he's usually up at the top of the leaderboard, fucking melting down in round 4s. We're 11 minutes till lock, guys. Do me a favor. Make sure if you're fucking around and tinkering with your lineup, go hit save real quick. So if you forget to save it prior to lock and you like what you have right now, you don't want it to revert back to your old one. I've done that more than once, brother. More than once, brother. All right. Is Kawa a risky play for cash since he is just playing for pars? No. I think he's a fine play for cash. If you play Morikawa at cash, I think you're going to be with the majority of people. I just don't like his upside there. When somebody is way out ahead, they very rarely just go boat race, right? I don't think there's any chance Morikawa gets to minus 30 today. That is my projection. If you think, hey, you've been wrong about Morikawa for all 3 rounds, you're fucking right. I have been, and I might be wrong again today. I think he shoots a -2 when he wins this tournament. That's my guess. Going back to the NFL plus PGA show, is the roster construction as important in Showdown? Are the 8K plays closer to the top guys and birdies and stars and scrub, for example? Let me. That's a lot to analyze, Mayhook. Going back to the NFL plus PGA show, is roster construction as important in Showdown? Okay. Are 8K plays closer to... Oh, yeah. In Showdown, the difference between the best plays and the worst plays is really, really small, right? And that's why I don't think that you should be eating chalk at Showdown hardly ever, right? I just think that's a bad idea. Like, why would you go play a 55% Morikawa? Someone could tell me Morikawa is going to win this tournament today. I still wouldn't play him. I just don't think that you should ever play a guy that's 55% owned. Plus, even if he wins the tournament today and shoots the, has 3 birdies, a bogey, shoots a 2 under, wins the tournament today, gets his 13 finishing points, he's still not going to be anywhere near an optimal, and I have now boxed out over half the field. Okay, so to me, I would much rather take that chance just pivoting to a Finau or a Thomas or a Cantlay or a Hovland and just take that chance, right? Now, he might go boat race this and my lineups will be dead, but that's how I play. As far as the mid-range, a guy like, I would say this. I would bet even money, and if anybody wants to take me up on this, slip into the DMs. I will take Jordan Spieth heads up against Morikawa in just points today. Okay, because even with Morikawa getting those starting points, I would bet Jordan Spieth can close that gap just because Spieth's going to be firing at every pin today. Okay, and that's even spotting you those position points. To answer your question, $8,000 guys at Showdown become super valuable if they're in a position where they can backdoor some points, right? And if Jordan Spieth goes and shoots a 7 under today, not only will he be getting me tons of birdies, maybe eagles, maybe a streak, but he'll also be moving up and getting me more of those position points, right? And the difference between 1st and 7th is literally 1 birdie, or it was 1st and 6th or 1st and 7th. Talked about on Showdown Hoedown. All right, I got to fly through these questions. Also, Matsuyama price seems really low. I agree. I'm rolling with Poston in cash game. His grades don't look good, but I like his stats. I agree. Ben, Poston's a fine cash play. He really is. Love you, man, but picturing running a marathon, you running a marathon makes me laugh. Not that I could do it either. Oh, Billy's going straight to fat jokes, everybody. Hey, it's Sunday morning, and my good friend Billy is resorting to fat jokes. Great. Tremendous. With friends like Billy, guys, who needs fucking enemies? Am I right? Should I just lock Morikawa even though he will be chalk and capture guaranteed first place bonus points? Well, Nick, Ben, I just did a whole little bit about that. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. Morikawa does not scare me. I have a system that I trust and I go with, and I just really value birdies and aggression over winning points. It's only 13 points. Go watch the Showdown Hoedown. Now, if you want to play him, I'm not going to slander you. He's a fine play at cash, just not for me, Bob. Even if Bradley had a few good rounds, he could still have good... dude, Keegan Bradley's going to fucking roast the world. After he fucked me yesterday, and this is something you guys got to remember. If somebody fucks you the day before and you're like, oh, I'm not playing him tomorrow, you watch. They're going to fuck you 2 days in a row. The first day because they were in your lineups. The second day because they weren't in your lineups. Henley for cash? I mean, I got him marked as a cash play, Chad. I don't hate it. The more I think about it, I would probably, I would like to have somebody that has a slightly higher starting score, but whatever, like for instance, a Corey Connors, a KH Lee, a JT Poston. See how they're all starting higher? It's going to be easier for them to get those position points. So that's what probably makes them better cash plays, right? Henley's kind of you're just filling yourself kind of play. Thoughts on Aaron Wise? Love him. I love him. Week long donkey chalk. kind of been spinning his wheels so far. I think Aaron Wise is a guy, and he's overpriced as fuck. Guy I would definitely want to play if I were playing GPP lineups. I only did one $200 single entry because the contest sucked. I didn't know if you kept the real info behind the wall. I watched. Didn't know if you kept the real. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but okay, cool. I didn't know if you. Yeah, I don't. I'm very general on the Showdown Hoedown, Nakora. Given the later in the day drop for the win, is there a lean up to win players versus non-win? Nah, it ain't big enough for that. 13 miles an hour is moderate at best. I think you're getting too cute trying to chase that stuff. I would just really try to get guys that. Here's one thing that's true about all golfers: they're all better in lighter wins than heavier wins. That's every golfer. Okay, I don't want to hear, oh, he's a good win player. No, he's a less bad win player, right? Because there's no such thing as good win players. There's just guys who get affected less. That's all it is. Everybody scores better when there's no wind. So I want to get the guys that are going to play the most number of rounds of holes in that, especially at GPPs. Now in cash, you got to walk that fine line because you got to be worried about them getting out there and not being able to get you those 5 or 10 position bonus points that they could get you moving up the leaderboard, right? And those do matter at cash. I forgot to. Hey, guys, go hop in the round 4 tournament today. Don't forget, you got 5 minutes. Go toss your favorite lineup in it. The one that Zach made for round 4. Free ticket with me for this Wednesday for the Sony coming up. I forgot to submit my Showdown lineups for the NFL last night and tilted the whole night. That's not good, B-Ray. Not good, old B-Ray. Poston can putt. That's right, he can to Beach. Cheers and good luck. Hey, same to you, Bill. Keegan Bradley and Sam Burns in the same lineup. Too much? Not at all. Not at all. But, I mean, embrace it, man. Embrace it. Embrace that Showdown is fucking chaos, okay? So much of Showdown is embracing everything that is counterintuitive. Everybody at DFS wants to say, oh, this is the good play, and this is what it looks like. And so much of being good at Showdown and, like, why I have been able to find success at Showdown so much more frequently than at like Classic is simply because I embrace the chaos. I know that like nothing is as it seems, right? What did I tell you yesterday about Sam Burns? I said Sam Burns might quit, but he also might go shoot a 64. And he was like legit roasting the course. He still shot a great round, but like he was lighting it on fire, right? You got to embrace that. There's no way Max Homa could do good. Look how he's been playing. And then he shoots a -10, right? There's no way Jordan Spieth could play bad after how well he looked the first 2 days. And then look how he played. Right? You just got to embrace that no one knows what's going to happen in a single round. And once you just take over that mentality and understand that like it's all a way more chaotic than a normal DFS sport, that's when you can really find success at it. Because the leverage game over here at Showdown hits so much more frequently than it does at NFL, NBA, Classic Golf. Having run a marathon to confirm it hurts. Yeah, I've never ran a marathon. I think I've ran down the block once chasing an ice cream truck. Hey, good luck to you too, Joanne. What do we got here, guys? 3 minutes till lock. Make sure all your lineups are saved. Make sure you have them in all the right contests. Let's go see if any satellites are going to overlay. Ooh, there's a 444 ticket that might overlay. What will that get me in? What is this 44? What is the ticket? Oh, shit, they're doing a millionaire maker on 216? What is that, the Genesis? Oh, fuck, that'll be big time. You know what, I might want to go chase this ticket. I might want to go, if this thing overlays like this, I'm chasing this fucking ticket. Give me a millionaire maker ticket, bitch. Oh, somebody just jumped in. I swear to God, if that's one of you guys that just jumped in, I'm going to nut punch you. Sammy Knoll, Scarecrow, Mock Lovin'. I ain't scared of these fuckers. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, that is a real thing to Peach. Sometimes when golfers lose too much weight, it fucking changes their swing. They're used to swinging around their belly. I'm trying to remember who that was. Was it JB Holmes? Somebody lost like 50 pounds and it like changed their swing and they weren't as good. Man, that's going to be fucking awesome. The Genesis is going to be the nuts. I think we got Waste Management and Genesis back-to-back weeks. I'm pretty sure, right? I think it's like Waste Management is like February the 9th week, and then the Genesis is the February 16th week, right? That's going to be 2 lit-ass weeks of golf. That is when we will really be back. I have a feeling that all the way through the Masters is when my channel will probably blow the fuck up. I assume. I don't know. We'll see. Man, am I really about to hop in this tournament? 45 seconds. There's 6 people in it. I'd be 7. So that is 7 at 450. 450 times 7 is 3,200. So there's basically $1,300 of value cooked into this. Do I like my lineup that much today? I think I do. Hey, none of you fuckers go hop in this. Should I play my cash lineup in it, or should I play my GPP lineup? Nah. I don't want it. I'll chase other ones. Do one in this one, though. Oh, it processed. I got it in. Fuck it. I'm in there. $450 lineup for a fucking ticket. What are you going to do, Bob? What are you going to do? All right. I did it. It's in there. I'm still a little salty after chasing that 920 the other day and not getting there. I had a good feeling about that one. Okay. You guys are lucky I don't care about money. Those satellites are just very negative EV tournaments. They're very negative EV. All right, guys, I think that's it, man. Good luck today. I'm going to go get ready. I'm going to go golf. If I don't seem like I'm around today, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm not. Okay? I need to get out of the house. I need to go do something. I need to go live life a little bit today. So I'm going to be out, not watching football, not watching golf. We'll check in. Wait, it ended up being 10 of 11? That many people entered at the last. Oh, my God. Damn, that's very frustrating. All right, so it wasn't 7. T-Swin just told me it jumped up. Wait, was that you that jumped in there, T-Swin? All right, you've chosen life. I don't see him in there. Yeah, that's annoying. I didn't even really want to chase that ticket. Oh, well, fuck him. I'll still beat him. And I'll still take that 44-44 ticket. All right, guys. I will probably not hit them straight to Peach, but I will have fun. So that's all that matters. Later, my motherfathers. I'll talk to you guys. Wait, T-Swin, how did you know there was 10 in there? Oh, I just hadn't hit refresh, had I? T-Swin, how'd you know there was 10 in there? Did I just not hit refresh? That's such a noob move. All right, what the fuck ever. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.